Good evening. On behalf of the Pulaski High School class of 2020, I would like to thank you for attending our commencement ceremony. Welcome Pulaski Community School District Board of Education, administration, faculty, parents, relatives, and friends. We, the class of 2020, will be the 98th graduating class from Pulaski High School. We will, however, be the first class to graduate virtually, and certainly one that holds a unique place in Pulaski history. More than ever, we would like to thank all of the people who have guided us to this pivotal point in our lives. To our teachers, to our coaches, to our advisors, and to our parents and guardians, we appreciate the incredible role you have played in making us better students, citizens, and people. Although we are separated, we are not alone. We are reminded that we will always be stronger together. At this point in time, we face a unique challenge. There is no doubt that the class of 2020 will enter a world more perilous and more daunting than ever before. We are gathered virtually today as a virus reaches around the globe, the pandemic affecting all of us to varying degrees. Among the class of 2020 are essential healthcare workers who continuously risk their own health to ensure the health of others in our community. Students who are working full-time to support parents who have lost their jobs, and students who spend the entire day caring for younger siblings because they have no other place to go, all while navigating a virtual learning environment. This is a poignant example of the kind of challenges we will have to solve going forward. They will require bold, progressive, and innovative solutions. They will mandate that we, as young people, come together and leverage our collective strength to surmount them. This is also, however, an indication that in the face of some of the most difficult challenges that the world has ever set forth, we continue to observe and contribute hope, dedication, and resilience. We see that this big, beautiful world we inhabit, from South St. Augustine Street and beyond, is more vulnerable than ever before. As we, the class of 2020, venture into adulthood, we bear the unique and vital responsibility of securing its future. There was no other class better equipped to meet this challenge, though. Our time at Pulaski High School has provided us the initial knowledge and resources necessary to do so. As we go forward and pursue whatever lies ahead, we must realize the power of our actions and again, never forget that we are stronger together. We must continue to bring our relentless hope, fierce dedication, and enduring resilience to each and every challenge, and never stop working toward a better community and a better world. Thank you and welcome.
To the class of 2020, isn't it crazy that we're graduating already? We've endured so much throughout our lives. We were the age that learned cursive and typing. We got our homework on paper and on our iPads. Most importantly, we were the ones born during 9/11 and were graduating during a pandemic. We learned from a very young age to never take anything for granted. We learned that life can change in an instant, that it may never be the same. We may never be the same. Reflect with me for a moment on the challenges we faced throughout high school. As a freshman, you don't know where to sit at lunch. As a sophomore, you don't know what time to do your homework. As a junior, you try to understand how to balance all of your classes because you thought you could handle them like sophomore year. As a senior, the challenges seem to grow exponentially as we struggle to apply for colleges. We took classes that prepared us for what we want to be after today in the real world. We took on leadership roles in our clubs, activities, and athletic teams. We were preparing for our next steps. Just as life can change in an instant, our priorities, our interests, our so-called challenges can look so little when we take a moment to glance back at what they used to be. We sit here together as a class that didn't have an easy senior year. Our sleep schedules no longer exist. Our iPads actually had to be charged. Our classrooms were at dinner tables, and our teachers were on a screen. I will admit that this is not my ideal senior year, but I will also admit that nothing will be ideal in the future. It never is, nor will be. We will have challenges. We will go through thick and thin looking for jobs, looking for our next opportunities, and looking for a place to live when our parents finally kick us out of their houses. Although we had to adapt to an immense amount, we did eventually get to this point. In elementary school, we were all asked the same question: what do you want to be when you grow up? We all had roughly the same answer: an astronaut, a doctor, or maybe even the president. This question followed us up to this point, and now, sitting here as seniors at this ceremony, some of us have the answer for our kindergarten teachers who asked us that question so long ago. Hopefully, that answer brings us happiness and success in the future. So as we say farewell to the place that brought us so many memories, we have to keep in mind that nothing will stay the same, and things will get better in the end. Thank you, Pulaski High School, for your many memories that we will keep near and dear in our hearts. And as Mr. Pock says, stay #Raiders strong.
Good evening, Pulaski High School class of 2020, and welcome. Now, I'm surprised that I stand before you today, given both recent events and the fact that I couldn't make eye contact with the camera that recorded my audition. Nonetheless, it's a tremendous honor to be given a chance that I have never experienced and am unlikely to experience again, to be a small part of the final event of your primary education. Now, I wrote several drafts of this speech, some of which contain societal observations and flowery language that would have pleased the likes of Edgar Allan Poe. I interviewed classmates and I put in untold hours of work. I was truly pleased with what I had written because it was the speech I wanted to deliver. Then came time to consult friends, family, and teachers, and they told me precisely what was wrong with the speech, which was what I had liked about it. It was my speech, written in my language, written about my experiences. I was upset, I truly was. All those hours of work had been for nothing, and I found myself back at square one. Upon examining what I had been told, however, I found that I had learned the very lesson that I had tried to impart upon others. If you look to your left and you look to your right, you'll see that you are truly not alone in this world. I returned to the writing table and, after applying their criticisms, emerged with this fourth wall-breaking address more suitable for the occasion. Upon even further exploration, I found that the points I had made were not obsolete. It was not what I wanted to hear, but it was what I needed to hear. In the midst of the coronavirus crisis, they had taken time out of their hectic schedules to help one student work on an address that very well may not have been delivered. That was reassuring, and very little can seem reassuring in the world we face today. I asked seniors what worried them the most about the future. The responses were varied, although each was as valid as the next. Paying for college, nonetheless for 40 years of life, is a daunting prospect, and thus finance has consistently emerged as the top concern. Filing taxes and other forms of paperwork also emerged as a major concern, and everything was another common response. Where does food even come from, and how does it go from raw ingredients to the grease-laden food that Americans love? How does one stay informed politically in order to vote, which, mind you, is a power you were recently granted and are obligated to exercise? These problems are only compounded by the socioeconomic problems we have all learned about, from climate change to inflation and everything in between. But I won't remind you of that. Now, compared to these issues, a speech may seem incomparable. And in most ways it is, although there are some parallels that can be drawn. I was ill-prepared to deliver this speech, hopefully you can't tell. And in the midst of a global pandemic, it seemed I was doomed to write alone. As I have previously mentioned, this was not to be the case. Each of you, in some way, shaped who I am today. On days I felt my lowest, a simple smile and a greeting allowed me to recognize that I was not alone in life. And none of you, no matter what you may believe or even want to believe, is truly alone. Friends and family, of course, were a source of continuous support. And although differing home lives don't allow for close bonding with blood relatives on some occasions, that's not how families should be defined. It should instead be defined as those who support us and love us endlessly without needing anything in return. There are plenty of people outside of my family who have done so in my life, including many wonderful folks at PHS. You are all a part of my extended family, albeit distant. There's a point to this incessant rambling. Life's not going to be easy, and although we'll all face different challenges, we'll all end up in the same place. Enjoy life and make the most of it. Most importantly for today, remember those who helped you along your journey and remember the progress you've made in this institution. Reflect on the fact that I have the pleasure of seeing your smiling faces with pride. Use what made you strong yesterday, enjoy today, and forge tomorrow with the strength of a Raider. Thank you.
Welcome to the virtual Pulaski High School commencement ceremony. I'm Jeremy Pock, the proud principal of Pulaski High School. I'd like to start with a few thank yous. First, to our school board members who volunteer countless hours for the betterment of our schools. Members of the board are online watching with us this evening. Next, I'd like to thank Mr. Clubhoff, our interim superintendent, whose leadership serves us all in this learning community. A very special thank you goes out to our retirees for the many years of service to our district. I want to wish all of our retirees Godspeed during their upcoming retirement. Thank you to the faculty and staff of the Pulaski Community School District, who work diligently for the success of our students. I am extremely proud of our collective efforts and look forward to our continued growth. To the parents of the class of 2020, you've done a remarkable job raising a marvelous group of young adults. It has been a joy to watch you celebrate their successes, especially the milestones they are reaching today. Please know that we are celebrating your success as well. I've saved the best for last. Thank you to the class of 2020. You're a wonderful group, and you've been a joy, especially that time when you skipped school for 2.5 months. No senior class in the history of senior classes has the record number of senior skip days you've compiled. On a serious note, I sat and thought long and hard about what I was going to give you as a gem of knowledge today. Looking back at my life, others' lives that have touched mine, and people who are currently in my life for a zap of an idea to share. I have some short advice for you that I hope you'll use during the course of your lives outside of these school building walls. The first thing is, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Number 2, do not let the noise of other people's opinions drown out your own inner voice. Most importantly, number 3, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Your heart and intuition seem to already know what you truly want to become. Everything else after that is secondary. To tell the truth, I had hundreds of examples of hundreds of stories that I could have shared with you today that would help impose some type of life lesson or wisdom. Ultimately, I thought back to my own graduation, as I'm sure countless of our virtual audience members are doing today as well. The feeling of accomplishment and freedom I felt was unparalleled, and the opportunities that lay in front of me were just about endless. Hang on to that feeling you have today. There are few feelings like it that happened during your life. Also keep in mind that over the past few months, you've been witnessing a very interesting time in history. History will also be made in your lives. In a few short minutes, you'll become members of a fraternity that is made up of teachers, doctors, lawyers, farmers, engineers, and just about any other occupation and profession you can think of. The fraternity of alumni from this terrific district. As a senior, I personally felt like the entire year seemed like a blur. But that feeling of happiness and joy that I had when it was all wrapped up, I will likely not forget. Seniors, as you look across the members of your family here today with you, in person or virtually, you'll likely see them smiling. I can tell you why they're smiling. They're happy for you. They're possibly reliving the memories they had when they were your age. Your family members have much wisdom they can share with you. Listen to what they have to say, because the words they use to assist you along in this time of your life can help you hold on to this terrific feeling you have today. In closing, may you all be blessed with success, and may all of your futures be filled with good health, patience, and strength. Mr. Tony Clubhoff, on behalf of our education team at the Pulaski High School, I, Jeremy Pock, certify that all the seniors before us virtually have met or exceeded requirements for a diploma from the Pulaski High School. Thank you.
Rachel G. Stumpf, John D. Walker, Nathan Apps, Macy E. Agan, Diana Alonso Davila, London A. Ambrosius, Carson R. Andreas.
I just want to thank Pulaski High School for all the memories that they've given me for the past 4 years, and a special thanks to all the teachers that made it possible.
Elmer S. Araujo Palacios, Gracie K. Athey, Kyle J. Baraboo, Caston C. Bedora, Grace E. Banky, Bailey B. Bilongi, Isabella N. Berg, Zachary M. Burnt, Julia M. Biggery, Tiffany M. Bilquist, Jenna M. Binkowski, Leanne Binkowski, Taylor A. Burr, Brooklyn R. Bishop, Colleen Blom, Brock E. Bogatz, Katie C. Bowl, Isaac W. Bolt, Hope N. Bondar, Riley L. Bondar, Briley L. Brandenburg, Colin J. Breitenbach, Cameron A. Brockman, Jacob D. Brouillard, Allison E. Brown, Alyssa M. Bruckert, John J. Brzezinski, Paige Brefshinsky, Zachary Brichkuski, Caden Buds, Mason A. Combs, Allison Carter, Alexander L. Sharniak, Oriana C. Cheney, Hunter D. Chrisman, Riley O. Coleman, Carissa R. Coonan, David W. Coppins, Caden P. Kraus, Anna M. Curry, Kaylee Curry, Brannigan X. Dantoine, Louis R. Doe, Hannah J. DeBush, Gavin B. DeClean, William T. DeGrave, Carson Demony, Lucas G. DeMuth, Lauren R. Dixon, Parker R. Dorn, Blake W. Downey, Hunter J. Downey, David J. Drown, Elizabeth A. Drown, Aaron W. Dworak, Jared M. Dial, Joshua B. Ebelt, Brock Agnarski, Emily R. Elliott, Katrina N. Erickson, Emily E. Fawcett, Whitney M. Ferfecki,
Hello, fellow graduates of 2020. Wow, this has been a very weird year, but congratulations.
Thomas H. Farron, Evelyn B. Foots, Nathan N. Fisher, Tyler C. Fisher, Sarah Fleming, Peyton S. Ford, Chad L. Fowles, Madison S. Friedrich, Cheyenne S. Fry, Dylan V. Fulgione, Elise M. Gisaw, Hannah G. Geis,
I can't believe graduation is already here. I'd like to thank all my teachers, friends, parents, and anyone who ever supported me through school. So thank you.
Aaron J. Gildemeister, McGuire C. Gertz, Dylan M. Golick, Jessica A. Goska, Dylan J. Gray, Vanessa A. Grunwald, Kaylee E. Greskoviak, Maxwell C. Gwid, Weston L. Gwid, Peter L. Hain, Abigail A. Harris, Lauren M. Hensel, Karina M. Hernandez, Maggie K. Hernandez, Samuel W. Hernandez, Ariana R. Hilbert, Theodore J. Hawk, Logan A. Hoyda, Hunter K. Holowinski, Natalie R. Horan, Garrett S. Horn, Scotland S. Host, Noah D. Hauk, Olivia M. Jacobs, Jessica L. Jansen, Adriana L. Jarose, Carter B. Joquet, Danielle M. Johnson,
I want to thank all my friends and family for the love and support throughout the years. On to the next chapter.
Isaiah R. Johnson, Gabrielle I. Jonas, Lydia P. Jones, Joseph Josephian, Lucas Juranic, Heidi Jurinkova, Dana B. Jarecki, Cheyenne H. Candler,
Looks like we made it. I want to thank my friends and family for everything they've done for me. Congrats, class of 2020.
Austin E. Kapla, Madeline J. Karch, Sadie W. Kelly, Brianna K. Kirscher, Daniel J. Kimps, Ronnie C. King, Mitchell G. Kitzman, Benjamin A. Klepek, Austin H. Kobalarczyk, Ethan J. Koshin, Gianna M. Kornaus, Jeffrey M. Corpin, Matthew M. Kozlowski, Bo B. Krieger, Grace A. Krieger, Dylan M. Cruz, Isaiah M. Leitman, Danielle E. Larscheid, Talon J. Lasecki, Joshua T. Lavallee, Heather C. Lecomte, Aaron R. Lemen, Jaden P. Lemke, Jaden A. Lepp, Alexis R. Leindecker, Kayla N. Lipsy, Samuel N. Liriano.
Hey guys, I want to thank everyone that's been on the journey with me. I want to thank my friends and family, and congrats to the class of 2020.
Jasmine E. Litt, Garrett J. Lowery, Shriditi Maratha, Brett M. Marbus, Matthew G. Moronic.
I would like to thank my friends, family, and teachers for support through all 4 years of high school. and I am looking forward to going to NWTC for 2 years.
Allison F. Marashek, Jace D. Marashek, Jacob P. Martin, Caitlin Martin, Alina L. Matazuski, Heidi J. Matz, Mason K. McDermott,
Thank you. This is Mace McDermott graduating at the podium. Thing on? Anyways, thank you, PHS.
William A. Michaels Frank, Megan M. Milkey, Garrett J. Mihalski, Caleb J. Miller, Marcus A. Moss, Melissa A. Murphy, Kaylin M. Naparella, Morgan L. Netzel, Caden L. Nimmer,
Thank you to all family, friends, and teachers who have helped me get this far, and I'm currently planning on attending college for environmental science and business.
Colton J. Nguyen, Cole D. O'Brien, Madeline K. Olive, Chase A. Olson, Matthew A. Olson, Dylan R. Paget, Rachel A. Pagel, Blanca A. Palacios, Brett A. Palabicki, Hunter D. Parker, Cameron R. Parr, Connor D. Parr, Paige E. Pecco, Andrew J. Peralt, Kennedy R. Peters, Wyland B. Fair, Ashton K. Pianek, Tygan L. Piper, Sienna Potts, Megan A. Przbilski, Georgia Quinto, Kayla M. Reed, Caitlin Reinhard, Chase J. Reinke, Robert J. Renard, McKenna K. Riggle, Madison M. Ripley, Noah S. Rosmiarek, Savannah M. Rudnick, Dylan M. Rico, Zachary A. Rotsala, Sydney A. Rush, Brady C. Rychek, Marcus E. Sanchez, Brandon L. Santee, Justin T. Scherf,
Hey everybody, we did it. Thanks for all the memories, and it's been good.
Emily G. Schilling, Leah A. Schmidt, Megan K. Schmidt, Austin R. Schrader, Jade E. Schrader, Michaela E. Shu, Felicia R. Schwartz, Alexis I. Scott, Parker D. Scray, Bennett T. Sheedy, Jordan J. Shepard, Zachary D. Sherry, Colton V. Shire, Nicholas R. Sievert, Ella M. Sobiek, Alexis A. Summers, Isabella E. Spagnoletti, Bryce D. Splan, Maxwell S. Stachura, Connor M. Steno, Evan J. Steno, Madeline M. Stencil, Molly Ann Stirk, Alexander J. Stoichov, Vincent Strachan, Alina A. Strasberg, Grant D. Stransky, Joseph J. Samansky, Caleb D. Shimmick, Ethan M. Taylor, Quaylen K. Tahau, Cole T. Thibodeau, Lillian V. Tomashik, Michelle Torres Sanchez, Ethan A. Treewortha, Nadia D. Trin,
Congratulations, everyone. I'm going to miss you all. Thank you so much, Mom and Seth and Dad and Jackie, my brothers and sisters.
Jenna M. Truckenbrod, Elizabeth A. Ulmer, Austin S. Vandenheuvel,
I'd like to thank my family for supporting me through graduating. I did it. Now on to the rest of life.
Samantha M. Van Donsel, Lance J. Van de Corput, Avery B. Vandervest, Bo D. Van Lannen, Isabella R. Van Lannen, Kylie M. Van Schindel, Nolan A. Verba, Cole N. Verhaag, Connor D. Versch, William J. Velker, Brooke A. Volkman, Caitlin C. Wachholtz, Corey J. Wagoner, Octavia L. Waits, Isabella R. Wall, Riley G. Wardlow, Alan Wasileski.
I'd like to thank everybody for making my high school great, all the teachers, all my friends, and WTC, here I come.
Abigail A. Weber, Connor M. Wensheimer, Hunter J. Weslowski, Nicholas J. Whiting, Connor J. Wicklatz, Caleb J. Walensky, Tyler J. Walensky, Paige O. Willer, Michaela L. Williams, Benjamin R. Winkler, Alyssa M. Whitman.
Thank you to my teachers and to my parents for helping me through such an amazing experience. And congratulations to the rest of my class. We did it!
Caitlin N. Whitman, Samantha R. Wotruba, Chad R. Wolk, Elaine J. Urek, Lincoln A. Zima,
Hello, Pulaski High School seniors, parents, grandparents. I'm Tony Clubhoff, the interim superintendent here in Pulaski. I want to wish you the very best of luck as you move forward with your education, career, or service in the military. Now, on behalf of the Board of Education, administration, and staff of the Pulaski Community School District, I'm honored to present you the Pulaski High School graduating class of 2020.